Oh, coming at you again with another video. Two in a day. Should I do glasses or no glasses? I guess I'll go no glasses. So this is the another thought that I've been thinking about in my head, trying to think about. What a dumb saying. What else have I been thinking about it in my foot? I've been thinking about it in my right earlobe. Been thinking about it, and oh, you're under the. I thought you were over there. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? What are you always squawking about? So anyway, a lot of people have. Well, for every person, it seems like lately there is a different opinion on where to start to read the Bible. Now, obviously, like 99.9% of other books out there, I'm sure there's one or two that don't, but like most books, you start at the beginning. Absolutely. And you should be wary of anyone that tells you otherwise. We went to a local church because we like to check out the local churches. We don't go to any because of, they celebrate Halloween and Easter and all these other ones, but they gave us a little gift bag at the end because we were also considering having our child go there for like a class or two. And when I get home, I was looking through it, and there's some regular junk you get when you visit a place, and a book. And I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I finally pulled it out, and I was like, it was like the Bible, and I was like, it's a little thin. It was only the New Testament. These dudes are handing out, talk about Matthew, what is it, 17? Like, get away from me. But Lord, Lord, we did works in your name, and get away from me, I never knew you. Talk about cutting his book in half and only tell, what? Anyway, lots of opinions on where to start. Some people say start with Paul, some people say the New Testament. I think you should start at the beginning with a caveat. I know I just said that, now I'm going to say something different, but the only reason I'm about to tell you, I think it's, I don't want to cliffhanger, Ecclesiastes. Why? I hear a lot of people express concern over various things in the Bible. They say some of it's hypocritical. They have problems with the slavery portions of it, and a lot of some of it is a tough read. A lot of the things in the Old Testament, let's be honest, are kind of tough reads. But you have to understand that if you read it in context, it takes the edge off of it. If you read it in context, it explains it. If you're mentally prepared and not just all emotional, it's a lot easier to understand.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't know. So when you read Ecclesiastes, it's an amazing book, just in general for life. Basically, he says there's a time for everything. There's a time for war. There's a time for peace. There's a time for love. There's a time for hate. There's a time to live. There's a time to die. And if you step back and look at life, it's no truer words have been spoken. There's a time for things that you don't think there's ever a time for, and there is a time for that. People talk about when he says kill women and children in the Old Testament. Well, if you read all of it and you understand what's going on there, those societies were so completely corrupt and broken beyond repair. Like everybody was so corrupt, devil worshiping, there was no saving it at all. So he just said, get rid of it. And my opinion is I don't think the children got because children don't know any better. I think in that instance, he knew they were going to grow up to be bad, but I think any of the children there, he probably sucked right up into heaven. I don't know, whatever. It's a quick thought I had for that. But anyway, off track. When you go in understanding and reading these stories and understanding that there is a time to do this, and there's a time to do the opposite, it softens the blow, it takes the edge off of the story, and allows you not to be as emotional about it, and take the story in context for what it is. There is a time for everything. There's a time for You know, feeding yourself. There's a time for fasting. There's a time to confront people. There's a time to not confront people. There's a time for everything. I'm sure everybody who reads this has done something in their life that at one point they thought they'd never do. So that kind of Ecclesiastes is, and at the same time it's kind of hard though, because I'm a recovering nihilist. So it was a hard one for me because I'm just like, see, there it is. Who cares? Like nothing means nothing. Who cares? So it was tough for me. But I personally think if you need to be put in the right mindset, or if you're having trouble with a story, go read Ecclesiastes. Take a deep breath and come back and read the story. Poo-poo! Someone just got done with dinner. Did you get your dinner? You're licking your chops. Yes, you are.
Here, babe, I'm taking the garbage out.
Come here. Okay. So yeah, that's my little opinion. And take it or leave it. And have a good night.